up. So if I res my Kitus up now, he should be able to nuke. Perfect. So as long as those two die, I win. Watch. She gets resed up, debuff everybody, and then just nuke. Just instant win. If those two die, I don't care if my Seeker dies, but if those two die, instant win. What is up, gents? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. Today, we're finally doing it. We're doing an updated guide on Cardinal. I think my first Cardinal video, I made her in the very beginning because she's definitely one of the older champions, but she's just such a good champion. And we recently, not recently, a couple weeks ago, maybe months ago, we re-geared her after watching like McCann's video and all the PvP videos out there. But she's so freaking tanky now. We're going to go and dissect everything about a Cardinal, that if you have a Cardinal and you're not using her, she's definitely a way to help you even get into Platinum by facing those teams that are faster than you that you just can't beat. So she's kind of like the go second meta to make you get nuked, her survive, res up, and then just go ham on the enemy team. So again, this is going to be a mainly dissecting Cardinal video of what I have, what works, and what you can do to improve your Cardinal. So let's dive into it. First off, it's funny because I watched Sue's video and he just makes fun of people that goes over the skills for 10 minutes before the video. Like if you guys don't know what she does, you should know what she does. The main thing here we're going to focus on is right here. Revives all dead allies and heals them by 25% of the max HP. Now what makes her special is boost their turn meter max. So let's say you're facing the enemy team nukes you, Cardinal lives, everybody's dead. She then does this, reses everybody back up. Now they're at 100% turn meter. So the enemy team, they could be at 99.999% turn meter, but your team still goes first. Now the way to kind of combat that is somebody like a Valkyrie then can come in and interrupt you, but most of the time it doesn't happen because everybody's now at 100%. And now when you revive people, it's based off of their speed. So if you have like a Madame, you want her to be the fastest. If you have a Seeker, you want him to be the second fastest. If you have a Nuker, you want him to be the slowest. So having speed on a Nuker on a go second team, you don't care about speed. You just want them to have as much damage as possible, and we'll show that as well. So this skill right here is what makes her so good at go second. So when we're building her, we need to build her to be tanky, like super tanky. She's a cool model too. She's got a sword bigger than her, which is freaking awesome. I guess most of the Sacred Order does. All right, so that's that. She can heal, she can do whatever, but mainly it's this skill right here. So let's go over the artifacts. The set that you're going to want 100% to put on her is the immunity set. And why the immunity set is because it helps with hegemon teams. It helps with people that don't have Madames. If you have Madame, you kind of don't want to face a Madame. Like you're kind of screwed. I'll show you both teams. But people that don't have Madame, that can just strip your buff. But people that hegemon, he attacks first before you have any do anything. So he can block out people's skills. But if you have immunity set, you don't get blocked out. If you have a Trunda on the other side without Madame, you can actually survive the nuke, not get stunned, not get HP burn, and kind of just survive if you have immunity set on her. There's two immunity sets now in the game. There's one that is just the straight old school immunity set, that's just immunity for 2 turns. And then there's a new immunity set that you can actually forge, which is down here somewhere, right here, Untouchable. It's from the crab boss, one of the hardest ones. It actually gives you an extra 40 resistance, which with Cardinal, I'm going to explain to you that I don't have a lot of resistance, but I wish I did. If you can get resistance on your Cardinal, 100% put resistance on your Cardinal. But I'd rather have this one than the one I have right now, which I might re-gear. I might actually retool her because I haven't geared her again in a while because she survives. So she does what she has to do. But this would be probably the best set you could put on Cardinal with the extra 40 resistance and immunity for 2 turns. So it's both. It's a combo. Resistance is great for PvP. So that's the first thing you want to do for a Cardinal is see which one is the best set, whether it be that set that you can forge or the regular immunity set that you have up here. That's a shield set, this immunity set. We actually have to go through this and sell a bunch of stuff. So let's go over her specific gear. Now her total stats, she was dying a lot. She died a lot to Trunda because she's just amazing. She died a lot to, what's her name? Ray. Ray is really good against her because she can actually strip the shield, like the immunity set. So I don't like facing Rays. Anybody that can just do a crap ton of damage, she was dying a lot. And the reason was because she didn't have enough HP. So I had her around 50,000 HP, but I had her around 4,000 defense. Now, we just learned in another video that max defense you could have is 4,200. So let's do some math. If we have a Seeker on our team, a Seeker is bringing in, I actually might have to re-gear her. A Seeker is bringing in, because he's probably the lead, 30 defense. So just innately starting off, Cardinal has 3,116. 3,116 defense times 0.6 times 1.6. You're starting the battle with 4,985 defense. All right, so actually I should probably test this out, but we're going to test this out after this video. You're starting with 4,985 defense, okay? Now, somebody correct me if it's based off of the base defense or if it's the total defense, the Aurora. That'd be good to know. And then when he procs his passive, which is going to proc, you get defense increase, heals this champ by 20% and places a 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns when hit with a critical hit. So if he's hit with a critical hit, he then innately just puts up an increased defense on everybody, which Cardinal will get. So then she's getting another 60% defense, so times that by 1.6. She's now up to 7,976 defense, which doesn't really make sense because we figured out recently that they only count 4,200 of it. So even though you're up to 8,000, you're only going to get 4,200 defense counted towards you. So like I said, if you have a Seeker on your team, you probably can get away with even 2,000 defense, which I'm going to test out very, very soon, maybe after this video. So the rest of the stuff is going to be in HP. If you could bring a Cardinal with 100k HP and do PvP, she's unkillable. Like you're just not going to do anything. Even with a Madame, even if Madame comes in and like decreases your defense, his passive is going to proc at the same time. So now you're just a wash, right? Let's go 2,000 defense. Somebody should do the math for me. How much defense do you need to start with if you get 30% defense from the Aura? I know there's a math wizard out there to just figure that out. Times it by 1.3. Actually, it's 1.3, not 1.6. So I actually messed that up. I did 1.6. So 3116 times 1.3. Sorry, times 1.3 is 4,000. So she's starting with 4,000 defense. So she's almost at the max. So I guess that's the key is if she's at 3,000 defense, she's already starting at 4,050. But with that extra 50 or 60% buff that Seeker's giving you, we're going to times that by 1.6. It's 6,400. That's an extra 2,000 defense I didn't need with that buff. I'd rather have that in the HP rather than the defense. Let me look at her gear and what can we change. Do we have defense gloves? We don't. We have HP. There you go. So we have a defense chest piece, which if we take this off and just get defense substat instead, that might be better. So if we go here with HP, substat, defense, do we have immunity set with it? No, not so far. Do we have one down here? We have one on her, which I don't use her anymore. So this would be something right there that if I have 4 pieces of the immunity set with 40 resistance, I could throw this on her, lose 632 defense, but if this gets up to 5-star, it's 50% times 17,340 times 0.5. I'm getting an extra 8,670 HP. So that puts me up to 86,000 HP, which can't be mitigated, right? Like there's no buffs or debuffs that reduce your HP. So the more HP you have, as long as you have like the 3,000 defense, even let's say with the Seeker buffs, she's going to survive a lot longer. She's going to survive the nukes. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to re-gear her. But again, this whole video is about what we're talking about right now. 200 speed. This is, I'm still curious about this because with the masteries, you're able to boost up her turn meter so that way she cuts in and goes before the enemy team. So I've been successful with 200 speed. I don't want her too fast. I don't want her too slow. Sometimes McCann videos, he has her up to like 230, 240 speed, which I think is really freaking fast. Sometimes your Cardinal's even faster than any enemy team. So you can't put her on auto. You kind of have to run this team on a manual team. So I'm happy with 200 speed. If I can get her faster, try it out, let me know. The crit rate and crit damage, I don't care at all. I really don't care about crit rate and crit damage. She's not there for that. She's there literally just to res and everybody else do the damage. Next stat is resistance. I'm sad that I only have 179 resistance. I'm getting 80 for my Great Hall. So I worked hard for that 80. 80 for my Great Hall, but only 69 for my artifacts. I would probably get another 40 if I go to that immunity artifact. So that'll put me up to 220, which is better than 179. But then accuracy, again, another stat you 100% do not need at all. So this stat and these stats you don't need. Attack you don't need. So the main stat you're going to be focused on is getting up to that 2,500, 3,000 defense. Everything else, HP and resistance if you can. If I can get HP, this set right here is another really good set with her. You get 15% extra HP and you heal 3% when she goes. If she goes twice before the enemy team, you heal for 6%. That's freaking awesome. But the main set you're going to want is the immunity or the other immunity with the 40 resistance. Then that substat is really good. So the best immortal substat, like 2-piece set you have, put it on your Cardinal. 45 speed boots, always good. So, all right, so now let's go over how do we get up to here. So obviously we already went over, we have a 6-star HP gauntlet. We have pretty crappy rolls. Like this actually honestly is probably the worst rolls you can get for this. I probably only have it just because of the 60 HP. So this is very bad for Cardinal. You don't need accuracy, you don't need crit rate, very little defense, and a little HP. I need to get better gloves. Chest piece we just went over. If I substitute this for HP chest piece and then defensive substats, this will be a good exchange to kind of suffice. This is very good. So we got HP 13, 15%. I can actually glyph that up to 8% if I have a good glyph. A little bit more HP. Resistance, great to have. Defense, basic stat, it's not bad, but these are really good boots for her. Like that percentage HP on HP set, amazing. Then let's go over the shield. We have really good speed, really good HP. Actually, I don't give a shit. And then a little bit of HP down there. So this is a really good shield for that set. But again, I might have to sub out this set for another set. This one, speed is great. HP percentage is great. Defense flat, kind of sucks. Crit rate, not really worth it on her. I wish this was resistance or defense percentage. That would probably be the best. The best stats you want for her. HP percentage, defense percentage, speed, and resistance. If I could just search for those, that'd be sick. This, we got a crap ton of 28% HP. You can't get defense on here, so the best way to search is just through HP. Accuracy you don't need, resistance is great, and a little bit of HP. So this is a really good thing for her. Probably the best one I have on my account, honestly. 28% HP. Now the accessories, I'd probably go HP or defense, whatever you need. What did we go? We went with HP with defensive substats. Attack, doesn't matter, HP, so there's a really good ring. Then we have a 6-star amulet. Go with defense or HP, whatever you need more, probably HP, but we don't need accuracy, defense. I'd rather have more resistance on the neck piece than ever. And then here you're torn. Like, do you want a resistance banner or do you want HP? I'd probably just go with HP because then you're going to survive a little bit longer. Resistance is just so you don't get debuffed by normal people. Madame is always going to debuff you. If you ever see Madame, you're always going to get debuffed. So probably having more HP is definitely going to benefit you a lot more. So go with the HP banner with a 20 freaking speed. I could probably clip that out. HP and attack doesn't really matter. So if this was a roll in HP, that'd be perfect. If this was defense percentage, that'd be perfect. But hey, it is a normal account. So there you go. Now let's go over the most important fact is the masteries. So the masteries on Cardinal, again, don't just copy and paste as you copy and paste this right now. But the main thing you're going to want with your Cardinal is this all the way down here. Timely intervention. Why timely intervention is so important is because increases the turn meter by 20% whenever an ally hero drops below 25%. So the whole point of this comp, this Go Second team, is your team's going to die. Your team's going to get hit really hard. It's going to get nuked down. It's going to die. We want it to die. Good. It died. Cardinal now gets a 60% turn meter boost for your team dying. That's a freaking huge boost. So if she starts the match with that much turn meter, and then the Arbiter goes, boosts up the team, the nuke goes, whatever. Now, when your team gets hit, she skyrockets. She just goes up super, super fast all the way to max turn meter. Your whole team's dead. So then she's able to kind of come in and just res everybody up. Now everybody's turn meter is back to 100%. That's what Timely Intervention does. So what else is great is this. Increases speed by 8 for each dead ally. So you want her to go through her skills as fast as possible, especially if everybody's dead and your res is on cooldown. You want her to go as fast as possible. So she's getting an extra 24 speed with your dead allies. So she's going as fast as possible, trying to go through that. This also helps, just increasing base stats by 15%. This 5% chance to decrease cooldown, this is great. Just like if you're, again, trying to res up and you're like every turn you have a 5% chance to increase that, decrease that duration of res. That's good. These just for the heal, like nothing really crazy. This gives me an extra HP. You don't need the accuracy, so just go with the extra HP. And then we just want defense. So you could go the resistance route. Again, this is but these two you really want. 50% chance to increase the turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. So it's kind of the same as this one, where you're just increasing your turn meter. When the ally gets a critical hit and loses 25% of the HP, you get 35% turn meter boost just from one person. So she's almost always going like first. Like when your team dies, she's the next one to go, above the enemy team. This one, chance to counterattack, just because I had the extra skill. There's really nothing else you need down here. Yeah, really, I mean, this potentially, maybe this, maybe that, no. Just go with this. A chance to counterattack, whatever. This reduces damage, obviously smart. This one, very good. 50% chance to remove one random debuff when you lose 20. So if you're stunned and you get hit, it has a 50% chance to remove that stun, so you actually get to do something. Even if you're frozen, feared, whatever it may be, that's a very, very good thing to have. This heals you every time somebody else get healed. So since she has so much HP, it's going to heal you 6% of your HP, which is great. This one also good, increases the amount of healing. So again, she heals. And this one, AoE attacks by 5%. So all this is very, very good. Almost made specifically for Cardinal. These right here. Cool. So that's all the nitty gritty things you need to know about your Cardinal. There's a lot to go in this champion. It's crazy how much like there is to talk about like with this specific champion, because she's just so unique. Like there's not another champion in this game that's similar to her. Some people res one person with a turn meter like that, but not everybody with 100% turn meter. It's pretty cool. So what do you compare her to, or what do you pair her with? As a defensive team, you want to go second. So the best pair you can do with her is Seeker. Seeker is kind of like her go-to pair. And why that is because his passive and also his aura. So an extra 30%, we already did the math. That's like an extra 1,000 some defense that he's bringing to the table. Plus the passive gives you an extra 60% on top of that whenever he's hit with a critical hit. Perfect. So Seeker is very, very good. When you also res him back up, let's say he dies, he has a increased turn meter. So then almost never you're going to get cut in. Let's say you res everybody back up. There's a Valkyrie on the other team and you don't have a Seeker. You res up, you buff up. Now the Valkyrie just cuts in and goes before your team and kills everybody again. So he almost guarantees that never happens, because then he increases your 100% turn meter now up to 130% turn meter. So you're like never going to get cut in. Plus he increases the attack. So your nuker now hits with an extra 50% increased attack. It's perfect. It's great. And he goes again, so he can actually provoke like another person, like a Cardinal or an Arbiter on the other team, or a champion that like a DPS champion that might survive. He gets to potentially provoke that person, and he does a little bit of damage. So he does a little bit of damage as he hits him twice. So perfect pair with your Cardinal is if you have a Seeker. So if you have Cardinal and Seeker, the other two champions, completely up to you. There's so many options to put in the other two slots as long as you have those two right there. If you don't have a Seeker, it's fine. You might get away with it if your Cardinal's good enough. But most of the time, you're going to have Seeker in the lead position. Now, the last person that you can bring is an Epic that I did a guide on him recently. It's just a stupid guide. He should not do this much damage, but he does. Is our boy Kaitis. Kaitis is ridiculous, broken. So go second person, even without like any debuffs on the enemy team, he just nukes everybody down. This skill right here is a special skill where if he reduces his HP by 50%, which if he dies, it reduces by 50%, so it unlocks this skill. Attacks all enemies twice. Damage increases according to the amount of HP the champion lost. So he's going to lose 100% of his HP. So he res him back up. He's doing that much extra damage. The secret skill is only available if he takes damage. So it's based off attack. He's attack type champion. Seeker increases attack by 50%. You don't care about his speed. He attacks twice. Like he's a green affinity, so he's going to hit those red people like super hard. He just nukes ridiculously hard on the Go Second team. So he's a perfect example of somebody you don't care about speed, and you just go as much attack, crit rate, and crit damage as possible with Helm Smasher, and it's hilarious. You just see them fall. So those three champions are perfect with Cardinal. Another champion would be good is somebody that could increase your attack champion's stats. So like increasing his crit rate, crit damage, like having somebody like where is he? This guy increases his speed. I don't know if he does anything else. No. The free dude that you get from Doom Tower. This guy. So you can have somebody like him. If you don't have a Madame, you can increase his crit rate and crit damage. Like you can basically gear your DPS around who you're going to pair him with. So if I increase his crit rate and crit damage by 30, where the hell is he? This guy. So he's got this skill. Increases speed, crit rate, and crit damage by 30%. So that means I can gear up my Kaitis with 30% less crit rate. So now you only have to gear for 70% crit rate. So that's an extra 30% or so crit damage you can put on your Kaitis or attack. So let's say you go with the crit damage gloves on your Kaitis and you don't have crit rate substat. Well, you bring this guy in, now you have an extra 30% crit rate, so your 70% now goes up to 100%, and he has 30% extra crit damage, right? So he's just gonna hit so freaking hard on that ability. So bringing somebody in here like him would be great. Or you could bring a debuffer. So let's say you're going second, right? So the enemy team is gonna buff up, do all the crazy stuff. You need somebody to strip those buffs. So you need somebody to either strip them or debuff the enemy team. So if you're like an Arbiter on the other team, not like a Siphi or a Duchess, which is coming up this Sunday, if you don't see that and you see like an Arbiter, you can get away with a debuffer. You can get away with like having like a Draco or even the Deacon. Like you can put a decreased defense. Like anybody that's decreased defense, you can do that because they don't have block buffs up on the enemy team. A Siphi or a Duchess will put that up, so you need somebody to strip that. So you want to bring in like a Madame to strip that, which is probably the best champion, or a Prince Kymar. So you can bring in like a pretty good, Prince Kymar to just get rezzed up, do this, which attacks all enemies, removes all buffs, and sleeps them. And then even your Kaitis can have the mastery that does more damage for people that are slept. 12% more damage. Like you can have this to kind of do more damage on your Kaitis. So bringing in a Prince Kymar, a Madame, which is essentially like the same thing. You strip buffs and put up a decreased defense. So that's a perfect combo. Again, you can have somebody that boosts your Kaitis or have somebody that decreases the enemy team's defense or strips their buffs. So what you can do there is I have two Madames actually, and I have two Seekers. The Madame here is level 43. I only put her to 6-star because I wanted the banner, just for more accuracy out. She doesn't even have a ring. I literally want her to just die. That's literally, she's only here to just die. I don't want her to live. So her stats are 33,000 HP, 2200 defense, 200 total speed. She's the second when I res up to go Seekers first, then her, and then Kaitis. But she's got 627 accuracy. That's all I need her to do. Is she needs to die, res up, and then strip the enemy team. All right, and then I have a level 1 Seeker, 4-star. Yeah, like this is my Cardinal team. He's in a Frost set because it's hilarious when there's a 30% chance to block Frost, which doesn't matter, but 20% chance to place a freeze debuff on the attacker. So when they nuke you down, sometimes you freeze the Trunda that nuked you down. Sometimes you freeze the Arbiter. Sometimes you freeze the Skullcrown. Sometimes you freeze the enemy team as they kill your Seeker, which is hilarious. I'm not sure if anybody did a video on this yet, but I might. This level 1 Seeker is made to just die. I want him to die. But he also procs his passive. He has no masteries. He procs his passive. He heals himself, which doesn't matter. But he also puts the extra 60% decreased defense or increased defense on Cardinal at the same time. So all this procs, even him at level 1 4-star Ascension. He's not even fully ascended. He's level freaking 1 Seeker. But this counts, the aura. The passive counts. And this counts, increasing my attack on my Kaitis. And he can provoke with his 200 accuracy for no apparent reason. I may actually just throw another Frost set on him just for these 3. But I want him to go first when he reses up. So he's 173 speed. What is our chick? She's 200. All right, so I guess Madame goes first, strips the buff, and then Seeker goes, speeds everybody up, and then tries to provoke somebody, and then Arcaitus goes a nuke. All right, so all this video, again, is about Cardinal, kind of how to get her to survive. So let's give some examples of her surviving, all right? Let's go into PvP. So this is going to be a little bit longer video. I apologize. We're up to 26 minutes. But hopefully everything I explained to you early on made sense. Hopefully you can share this with people. Share the Cardinal. She's very, very good. I don't have her in a defensive team because it's so random with defense. Like sometimes only 2 people die out of 3. So then she reses up only 2 and it messes up the whole ratio. So I'd rather not have her as a defensive team that is on automatic. I'd rather just have her as a manual team trying to beat teams like this. Like, see, Madame's on the enemy, so that's a hard team. This team doesn't really do a lot of damage. There's no nuker, so I don't want to drop Cardinal here. But here's an example of I'm probably going to die here. Anytime you see Madame and somebody that could block buffs, this is not a good Cardinal team, right? I'll give you an example. So let's see if we even survive. Let's run our normal Cardinal team. If you want to do like a high school Cardinal team, you run your 60s. Like you run your 60 Seeker. You run your 60 Seeker, you run your 60 Madame, your 60 Cardinal, right? And then your Kaitis. So the normal, like this is if you really want to beat the team, you might survive. But other than that, you just might want to run I'll run the lower after this. Let's see if we actually survive. Where's our Kaitis? Kaitis. Okay, so now we're not going to start on auto, but we're going to go this setup, okay? I think... Yeah, okay, let's go. So we're going to start. Let's see if we survive. Again, she's going to strip our immunity buff right off because we don't have 700 resistance. We're probably going to get block cooldown because of her. All right, so we didn't. So I guess she didn't do that skill. So again, we're going to take it off auto. But look, only Kaitis died. So Kaitis is so strong that you can res him right now and probably still win. Or the other option is to do this and risk that you don't get block revive next turn or feared, which I don't want to risk. So let's just test if we can bring Kaitis up and see if he can nuke. So you go, we killed the Reser. We probably won this one. Let's try and fear her. Doesn't go off. We'll boost the turn meter, try and provoke. We got the provoke off. So this is basically like a win. But there you go. Look how much HP and stuff our Cardinals still had even after everything. So we'll heal up Kaitis. Kaitis will then just run up and do a straight up attack. 84,000 HP. Oh my god. Okay, so that is a great example of like surviving Cardinal go second team. Okay, let's refresh. This again, Madame, you're gonna see them everywhere. But if you have somebody that they don't have a Madame, let's go this team right here, right? Nuker, Stunner, Reviver, and just not a really good example. Yeah, so this is a great example to test that I'm probably going to die because of Lysandra. But let's test it out. So can my Cardinal survive a Madame debuff and a Trunda nuke? And Lysandra reducing my turn meter. Boom, boom, dead. All right, so there you go. So Madame is such a hard counter to Cardinal, even with my top two people. So I guess another way we can try that same team, except I'm going to give my Cardinal a little bit more HP. There's another team that you could do. You could put him up front, kind of like this, and try it with the HP, because now I get a little bit more HP. So let's test this out. I'm curious to see if I can survive now with the extra HP. Look how much HP she has. It's so much. Always stripped. Nope. So still destroyed because of that Madame. So that didn't really do anything. So again, if you see that combo, you wanted to try to run like a more different defensive team than this. That combo is just ridiculous. All right, so let's try this team. No, not this team. This team. So they don't have a stripper, like no Madame. So I don't care about Mashald. Mashald, this is perfect for. So let's go here. So let's see what we got. They're going to provoke as well, which I don't care about because I'm in an immunity set. And my freaking chick is faster. It's 280 speed. So usually you don't have her. Usually you want like a really slow team. All right, but let's just, I don't know, do this. Doesn't really matter. He's also in a shield set, which is not really needed. It does help, I guess, a little bit. Unless they have a Madame, then it doesn't really matter. So nobody's dead. So literally I could just kind of run up and just hit somebody and just kind of wait till they kill somebody, if they kill somebody. So there you go. They killed my TPS. They don't have any, like, block anything up. So if I res my Kytus up now, he should be able to nuke. Perfect. So as long as those two die, I win. Watch. She gets resed up, debuff everybody, and then just nuke. Just instant win. If those two die, I don't care if my Seeker dies, but if those two die, instant win. Cool. This team, I'm not sure if he has enough damage to kill me. Let's put our slower people in, like our level 40s, right? So this is my 3v3 comp. So my 3v3, I run my fastest team, my resistance team, and then sometimes my Cardinal team. Those are like my three teams. So I need two other, because my Madame, my main Madame is in my main team. So I need, you don't need another Madame, but if you have another Madame, you can level her to 50. Just keep her at 50, mine's at 42. You just have her with a lot of accuracy. And then the second Seeker, I kept him just for shits and giggles. Just to kind of test my shield set on him. If this freezes, I'm definitely going to make a video with the shield set. So we'll do this. Let's see what we got. Level 1 and level 42. She doesn't have a ring either. So debuffed. They got killed everybody. Now I cut in because of the masteries. Both masteries that she has on her, she cuts in front of the enemy team. So now that Lysandra is almost 100%, if not 100%. So when I res everybody up, she's going to strip everybody buffs. And then he's going to increase my turn meter by 30%. So no matter what, I'm always going to go before their team. Didn't get a provoke off, no freezes. Now he's just going to come in and just... Oh, swift parry on a Madame, which is dumb. All right, so let's go here. So feared off. Watch me lose. Madame's just going to one-shot my entire team. Which she could, I guess. My Kytus is super slow because he's just made to do damage, so he died. But then, look, we can res back up next turn. So literally, you can just put this on auto. And then she reses everybody back up. And then Kytus just comes in and just kills her. Cool, easy. So that's the lower champs, right? The lower people. Now, if you have somebody like Lydia, which I don't see, there you go, Lydia right here. This is just a dumb team. But if there's Lydia, you can run a comp like, come on, wait, there's Lydia. All right, so something like this, right? You run, instead of Seeker, you put him up front, and then you run a Brachus. Anybody that can res up as they die, there's actually a Orc champion that reses up when he dies. So you can bring him in here just to stop Lydia's block revive, because then Cardinal's kind of pointless. So we'll run something like this, and we'll just see if it works. So if they can nuke me down, hopefully their Cantrifon can hit hard. You'll see that I'll survive, and then I'll res back up. So watch. So everybody's almost dead. I want to heal myself, just so I increase my defense and heal. Everybody dies. My turn meter is going to get boosted up. So block revive. Turn meter didn't move at all. That was weird. So let's see if I can survive the nuke from Cantrifon again. Might not. I actually might just die. Nice! Survived. Got the counterattack off. Doesn't do anything. Look at that. So all of that, we survived. The extra HP from that dude definitely helped. So now we're going to res everybody back up. Now we stopped her block revive with Brachus. And then she's going to strip buffs. He might actually survive. He's really good. I don't have him. We're going to try and maybe just kill her. And then we're just going to boom. If you watch my, I made a video on him. Go check that out. It's hilarious. It's just dumb how OP he is. This is another good example. So this is a 2 Hegemon team. I just want to survive. So we don't have to care about block revive. We just need to survive. So we'll put our Seeker back in here. Our level 1 Seeker. Right there. So we'll try this. Now hopefully the Hegemons can just nuke down twice my champions. So they got nuke, and then nuke. Alright, so they survive, so that kind of sucks. So I have to heal myself back up. She's going to put up all the buffs. All that stuff. So now I need her to die. If she doesn't die, I'm screwed. So she didn't die, which kind of sucks. Like, she's literally 42 with no ring, like, nothing. So I just have to hopefully survive one more round and not get block cooldown, which I might with this Hegemon right here. Nope, okay. Don't sleep. Oh, she slept. Attack me. Nice. Stun set Hegemon. F you. F you, stun set Hegemon. So that's kind of why I want my people to be as low as possible, especially like a go second team, because you just want them to die. If they don't die, Cardinal doesn't really do anything. Let's try that one more time. Let's see if she actually can die. And if they don't die, you can take Seeker out of the lead and put in him, Kaitis, because then you won't, like, you have less defense. So just die already. Oh my god. Whatever. Let's just see if I kill. I'm not gonna kill. But she needs to die. She just didn't die. Yeah. So that was dumb. All right, so one more try. We'll take him out of the lead position. We'll put in Kaitis, and we don't care because we want to die. So we'll put in another DPS. If we put in, who would boost up Kaitis more? It would probably be the guy we talked about, the crit rate and crit damage guy. This guy. So something like this. Or just him, right? Try and get rid of all the buffs, but Madame, that's what Madame's for. Him? What's his speed? Yeah, 202. And then does he have the mastery to give me an extra? I think he does. If he has the mastery that boosts up his damage based off debuffs, then that'd be amazing. What does he have? He doesn't. I need more glyphs. But if he had this, I'd be able to increase my damage by 12% because of Gerp Tuck. But we're just gonna bring an extra 30% crit damage because of why not? If you have another person to nuke, like this guy, that could be good too. But they have so many block buffs, it doesn't really matter. Let's bring in... Who was I gonna... Oh, this guy. Hopefully they die. Hopefully Madame freaking goes down. If this is you on the other team, I hate you. You gotta get your hegemons to hit harder. So now they definitely died. So then we'll just strip all the buffs. And then we'll just nuke. And good game. Why didn't we do that first? All right, so what questions do you guys have for me? Leave them in the comments below. Ray, somebody you don't want to face. She goes through the immunity set. Hegemons are fine. Lydia, you need somebody to revive back up. Torments you don't want to face because anytime you res up your team, they all get frozen. Foley's anybody who has blocked revive you don't want to face. So Foley you don't want to face. Her, she's kind of hard to face because when you nuke everybody down, she's still unkillable. So you can bring in somebody like a Genbo who will get around that. Genbo, whatever his name is. Genbo ignores the whatever. Or you could bring in somebody like a Rotos. If you have a Rotos, he just gets around it as well. He might not die, but something like this would be pretty cool. So now he gets the counterattack, but he can just kill her outright because he ignores the unkillable. And then you want to try and go for the Arbiter. And then hopefully she can res everybody up, back up. That proc is unkillable, so I can still kill her now. Let's do this, and then let's kill everybody. So there you go. That's somebody how to beat a Skull Crown. You could bring in somebody like a Sandlash Survivor. It's kind of tough to bring her in because your team won't die. But like this team would be good because the Trunda doesn't have a Madame to kill me. So if we do like this team, like the original team, we should survive this. Like we should 100%, 99% survive this. All right, so we survived pretty easily. She didn't die, which kind of sucks. So we're going to heal up. Now let's hopefully not get our turn meter reduced too much. Simple. Cool. If she went again, we probably would have died. But then we res everybody up. She takes this away. He does this. Cardinal, Arbiter always. And then kill. Ooh. I did not kill. We could finish. That's understandable. Hopefully we're fast enough to go again. I'm surprised Trunda just did not kill him. And I win. Nice. So cool. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm going to cut it off there. We're already at freaking 42 minutes. So let me know. Hopefully this Cardinal video helped you out. I'm going to maybe do an even updated one if I actually get her up to like 90k HP. That would be sick. I think I have the gear for it. I might just have to forge more pieces of the 40 resistance set. How many do I have of that? Right here. 64 pieces. So I only do 10 of the 5-star. So I'll do that for the Clan vs. Clan. I'll make more of that. We're going to pull all of our sacreds on Sunday. So stay tuned for that if you guys aren't subscribed. So these videos pop up for you guys. And then join DBN 5. We have 3 more spots available. We're on Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare every single day. We're doing Clan vs. Clan pretty religiously now. And if you guys have any comments, leave them below. I'll answer them. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, we're pretty chilled dudes and one gal in there. So account takeovers, DM me if you guys are interested in that. The hats are coming, Dirtbag Nation. So guys, appreciate it. Thanks for clicking on the video. Let me know what you thought about Cardinal. How do you have her built? If yours is better than mine, please comment. I'd love to go on your account and kind of check it out. I'm always up for going on people's accounts and doing videos on their champions. It's always cool to see your own champions. But guys, good luck. See you in another video soon. And Stu Gaming, let's do a collab.